Hi Greg, my name is Asher Kagan. I'm a co-founder of Blade with Stefan Elio and Emmanuel Freund. Together we created a service that's called Shadow. We want to really free the users from the hardware constraint, that they will be able to access high-end PC, equivalent to a $2,000 PC, from any device with a screen. So we launched the service in France on last year, on 2017. We had amazing success and lots of users that's happy from the service and really running it from anywhere, from portable device, from mobile phone. They're getting a full Windows 10 that they can install any games that they want, any software that they want, and we want them to use it just like they're using PC. We don't want them to teach them a new way to use PC. We just want them to really free them from any hardware constraint. So we will take care of the upgrades of the PC. We will make sure that this PC always stays the equivalent to a $2,000 PC. We have a partnership with NVIDIA, so we always will deliver them the last generation high-end graphic card. We are doing end-to-end solutions. So we are also doing all the data centers, all the servers, all the software that's behind it. And we always making sure that the system is working perfect and to really optimize every milestone on the way from the servers to the client, and that they will always have the perfect experience.
So how is this service different from, say, NVIDIA's Grid, for example, their streaming gaming service?
Yeah. So unlike NVIDIA Grid and other services, we are giving a dedicated component to each user. So when you are connecting to to the Shadow service, you're getting your own graphic card, you're getting your own CPU thread, and you're not sharing them with others. So every time you will have the same level of performance, no matter how many users are currently in our data centers. And you can count on it that it will run every game that you want to install, even if it's the latest AAA game that demand the most beast computer. You have this power to run it. And you can run it from any device. So if you have a smart TV, if you have a mobile phone, you can connect directly and play, for example, on your smart TV without any console connected to it. And we are doing, on the software side, we are doing the capturing, the streaming, and the encoding so fast that we are the only service in the market today that can stream 144 frames per second on Full HD, and that we are streaming 4K at 60 frames per second. So you can actually play 4K, 60 frames per second games on your TV without any console connected to it, without nothing connected to your TV except the power cable.
So can you talk about other different options for PCs, or is everyone getting an equal gaming PC experience?
We want a simple package, so we have only one package, so we're selling it for basically $35 per month for the annual commitment. So for a payment of, for example, if you're calculating, for example, over 5 years period, so you're getting a $2,000 PC for 5 years, and also after 5 years, it's staying a $2,000 equivalent PC. It's not going down. It's always kept upgraded, always kept top of the line, and you can always play on it whatever you want, or to do Photoshop, to do whatever you want, or just to surf the internet. We want you really to use it as a normal PC.
So talk about how the software works. Say I subscribe to your service and I've downloaded a bunch of games and software, and now for some reason I'm going to cancel my service. What happens to all the games that I purchased on my Steam or on my Windows 10 machine?
So in case I don't know why you will do that, but if you will decide to stop your subscription, of course you will have access through a secure FTP server to your file. So you will have 1 month to download every document, every game, or everything that you install and you want to download to your local computer. You will be able to access it and to use it.
And just to stress so people understand, this is not just your computer, it's any device that has a screen. As long as you have an internet connection and a screen, this will work.
Yes, exactly. As long as you have internet connection or 4G connection, you can able to connect to our service with any device with a screen. So we have apps for Android, for macOS, so you can actually use Windows in your macOS and play AAA games on your macOS, or do Photoshop or any kind of thing that's usually have a limited version only to Mac or not existing version. So now you can do it on a Mac. The same idea we also working on releasing a version for iOS, for Tizen for Samsung, and we already have for Sony Smart TV. We already have an application.
We saw that you were showing me some examples on a tablet, on a Samsung tablet here running on Android. How do you connect like a keyboard or mouse and Xbox controller to that?
So on the Android apps and on the iOS apps, you first have the option to do on-screen gamepad. Instead, in case that you need access to the gamepad controller, you can always peer on Bluetooth any kind of keyboard or any kind of gamepad, physical one, to your Android device, and then it will just work. Just out of the box, it will work simply and easy. Same way, we're releasing a new UI that you will be able on Android, instead of going through Windows to launch your game, you will have a nice library of all the games that's installed on your computer with a nice interface that's fitting the small screen, and you can just select the game that you want to play and it will launch it automatically. On your Shadow, yeah.
Where are your servers located? And if someone is playing like on the East Coast and I'm in California, is there going to be lag?
Yeah, so the service already available on West Europe. And now we're launching the service in US, so we're building data centers across all the US. We're launching it first in California. The first data center will be open in California on mid-February. We already launched the pre-orders. We have limited quantity on this data center because we really want to assure the quality of the service to all the users. So we don't want to go too fast, too high, and we really want to build it correctly. So the goal is that until the summer, we will open all the data centers across the US, and we're starting with California.
So actually, the most important question is, how much is this service?
So the service costs $35 for the annual commitment. It's cost $40 for the 3 months commitment and $50 for the 1 month without commitment, basically. We saw already in West Europe that a lot of users started on the 1 month commitment to check the system, to see if it's working, and now we have 75% of our users on the annual commitment. So we're quite happy from the confidence that the users show in our system. And we want to reach the same results in the US.
So just to reiterate, that's $35 US per month.
Exactly, yes, $35 US per month.
So talk about this little black box you're showing here at the show as well.
So the Shadow Box is an additional service that you can buy in case you want to replace your huge desktop PC for gamers that's making a lot of noise and consuming a lot of electricity. So you can switch it with this small box that is providing all the same connectivity as a normal desktop PC. So you have 4 USB ports, 2 display ports, which also come with HDMI dongle in case you have HDMI screen. It will work. You will really feel that the Windows actually running on this box, and it's consume only 15 watt. So your electricity bill will go dramatically down, and you can use it to play any game, any USB device that you will connect to it. You will see it appearing on Windows. If you have a network printer in your home, it will also you will be able to use it. You will really feel that Windows is actually running here.
Do you have the option of getting more space on your hard drive if you need more space for games?
So right now, each user getting 256 gigabyte of SSD drive, and we will launch soon a service that will allow users to buy an extra 1 terabyte of storage.
What kind of bandwidth does this service require, and how much of data does it use on your home internet?
So in terms of the bandwidth, basically, we're recommending to have a minimum of 15 megabits per second. The service working on any connection from 5 megabits per second, you will already be able to play until 50 megabits per second. And we built quite a smart AI that's really analyze your connection. So of course it's analyze the obvious things like bandwidth, how draw packets, ping time, but it's also analyze, for example, the gap between the packets on your line. So it can also always adjust the streaming quality in live to the type of connection that you have and adjust itself. So even if you have a bad connection here in US, it will always deliver you the ultimate experience.
When does this service come out, and where can people find more information about Shadow?
So the service with the pre-orders for California is already launched. We have limited quantity, and they will get their service on mid-February. And until the summer of 2018, we will have a nationwide coverage of US. And we will announce during this time when we will open the new data centers.